Welcome back. And on today's episode of Fast Sheet Garage, we're going to go through the steps on how not to be a successful automotive YouTuber. Step 1. Only film once every blue moon. Step 2. When you film, make sure it is the most tedious and monotonous and worthless footage that you can record. Step 3. Go silent on all social media so that you can never tide anybody over. In all seriousness, I have kept myself extra busy the past couple of months, gathering parts together for Betty, getting parts for Freebird, tearing apart cars, fixing cars, all of it. I should probably be filming, but it is what it is. I've been trying to do time lapse and I've been lazy and, well, that's it. No excuses. I've been lazy. But we got the Trailblazer tore up, parted out, ready to go to the scrapyard. Got the engine pulled. It's sitting in the shop. And on top of that, I've got something new. It's kind of rare, actually, but it's pretty clapped out. It's this Saturn Ion Redline. Not the prettiest thing you'll ever see, but it's got cool features. You know, don't see that very often. And on top of that, it does have the fun 2-liter supercharged Ecotec engine. So, does anybody that knows these vehicles, do you see anything missing? Especially right here. Not so much here, but right here. Yeah, the intercooler cooling system is not present. There are more issues with this engine package. I really don't understand how it even runs and drives. O2 sensors are not functioning properly. The mass airflow sensor is not functioning properly. It's obviously not having the air charge cooled at all. Not even 100% certain that it is building any boost. But kids yelling, screaming. It's what happens. But it's my daily now, and I am going to be working on it on this channel a little bit. Hopefully I can maybe flip it or trade it for, I don't know, a pickup truck, because that would be much more useful to me right now. But it is what it is. However, that's what I've been doing, I guess. And on top of that, we have the engine, and I had to pick up a transmission because I cannot get a low reverse sprag for a 545 RFE transmission anywhere. So it's either disassemble a used unit to put parts in that one, or just pick up a used unit and see how far that gets me. And if it doesn't work, well, I've got parts. Just hopefully I don't need the low reverse sprag. Anyway. So, how about we actually do something on camera? So anyway, as I said before, I got a lot of this done without doing anything for video recording or anything like that. So let's just do this. I've got this. I've got some damage that I'm probably gonna have to fix, and figuring out where everything goes, and yeah, let's just get to it. All right. Now, of course, you can see the pristine, clean conditions that I'm working in. So, yeah, we're gonna get an air hose real quick. Pretty simple. I just want to make sure I don't have any debris in any of the connections. Fewer problems. Cleans things up. Makes a lot of noise. So, start back here on the transmission, because that's the easiest leg of this, to be brutally honest. And that didn't get properly cleaned out. MDS solenoids. Ooh. We should probably clean this out a little bit more. It's got a lot of oil on it. Electric contact cleaner. You can use brake clean, but make sure you get it cleaned out quickly, or blown out quickly if you use brake clean, because it's really hard on stuff. So, these connectors right here, this style, I don't like them, but you know, you have to deal with them. They have a tendency to not like to lock or relatch if you don't clean them out and lubricate them. So, what I do is, obviously, you see me blow them out. And then, in here on the component side, which you can't see at all. Yep, maybe a little bit right there. What I'll do is I'll put a little bit of dielectric lubricant just on the edge of the component, so the gasket will slide into place into the component. Just like that. That was definitely less horrible than what I thought it was going to be. I've had enough of these tore apart that everything kind of came back to me once I started actually getting my hands on it. So, in all of my adventures over the last couple of months, I managed to do something. I managed to get a flat tire on a engine hoist. Yeah, I did that. If it can be broke, I can break it. We'll just leave it at that. So using this vehicle dolly as a temporary caster is definitely going to change how this thing lifts. So let's see how bad it's going to lift. It's off the ground. Yeah. I'm going to need the reach. So I'm actually, because of the broken wheel, I am going to have to counterweight the lift. Kind of like how it came out. Yeah, no. No. Anyway. So this chain is not how I want it. So I'm gonna have to hold this to keep it in line. But let's counterweight the hoist first, then I'll worry about this. Safety check! Yeah. That's not going anywhere. Hopefully that works. Really, really, really wished I didn't have to do that, but I need to get this thing back on the road for my daughter, and that's just all there is to it. One of the things that's been bugging me lately is not having this done. So, let's do it. I still don't like it. Come on. Trying really hard to not poke a hole in my transmission pan. Well, I mean, I've got a spare, so I probably shouldn't worry about it too much. But really don't want to have to do it again if I don't have to. That would be preferred. Eve, don't try this at home. And now it's hitting on the oil pan. Awesome. Please don't. I don't have a spare engine oil pan. Go left. Thank you. Sitting in there. Well, many days, several hours of screaming, and probably a few cuts and scrapes. I've got the whole underside done, which I had intended on actually filming. However, two things. One, my light gave up on me, so I didn't have any way to really light everything I was doing, and holding the camera and doing some of the stuff under this thing is not pleasant. It's not even pleasant to be under an XK or what's the other one? WK. So let's show you what I got done. All right, so under here with my little headlamp camera. So first thing after you get motor and tranny stabbed in is getting this big behemoth up into place. Got to get the drive shaft in. I left the starter off, so I had to get it in the hard way. Get the exhaust in. Then you can finally put the transmission crossmember in. So after all that, you can finally get the crossmember in. Now the reason why these are so bad to work on is how tight they are. Like literally getting that O2 sensor plugged in, you have to stick your arm up through here, which that's as far as I can get my hand. I can barely even get my hand on the connector. So I had to pull the Christmas trees, pull the harness off the transmission to even be able to plug this in, because that's as far as you can get it. Anyway, so all of this is done under here. Come on. There we go. This is where you bolt the torque converter to the flex plate through that access panel right there. There's the starter and manifold, or yeah, the exhaust connections. The other one, it's up there somewhere, so you can't even see it. So yeah, it's that's what I got done. I kind of figured, since this is how I had to work under there, probably wasn't going to look very good on camera, since, well, you can't see anything unless you have this. Anywho, anyway. Now, this is where we stand. I've already got the alternator in. I fixed the oil temp sensor wire that was broke. Preparing intake to get sat on. I need to get these O-rings. And unfortunately, I have one more problem that I'm going to have to address before I can finish, continue, whatever. AC compressor. Not wanting to spin freely at all. So yeah, that corroded up, and it's gonna make my life miserable for a little while longer. So I think for now, that's where I'm gonna end this video. I might, no, I'm not even gonna speculate on what I might do, because I've got too much going on, too much. I'll figure it out. But yeah, thanks again for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you think, tell me what you might want to see. I'll see if I can make it happen, and we'll go from there. So yeah, see you next time.